Okay, and I think we are live. I hope. Maybe I should close that blind. Anybody out there? No, no, not yet. So, as I was saying, I was going to go live. That might be better. No, it's not better. Oh, the blind closed. I wonder why that thing ain't. Maybe it's because the door over there. No, not because of the door. Okay, I don't know. I'll give it a few more minutes and wait and see if anybody jumps on. If not, then I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I do. And yeah, it must be interesting. Oh, look at this. Somebody's here. It's about time. Let's see. I gotta do something about this glare in the background. Oh, oh, it's you. Hold up. Uh-oh. What did I do? And then the screen went black. Okay, I'm back. I think. Alright, yeah, so. Hold up. 1 second. Okay. Too much light. And okay, let's try this. That might be better. Alright. When you put your when you put the when you put your message in the thing, put it in capital letters so I can see it because I'm still a little hard of seeing and the glare in the background don't help none. Um, let's see, what do we got here? What's going on? Uh, hey Tom, hey Tom. Okay, so hey everybody. Enjoy content. Thank you, thank you. Content outlook on life. So, what's happening, y'all? I can still barely see, and I'm driving, but it's getting better. So that's always a good thing. Every day it gets a little bit better. Um, told y'all I was gonna do a live, so I came down to this park, this place called Haynes Point out in D.C. It's on the water. I had the windows open, but it's so much of a glare. And the funny thing is, these windows are tinted. But I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's right on the water. And I was actually sitting outside, nodding off for about 2 hours. I, I was knocked out. I ain't gonna lie. When I went to sleep, wasn't nobody parked in front of me or behind me. When I woke up, there was a bunch of people around me. So that's why I'm in the van right now. So I'm about to go back outside, but I wanted to go ahead and jump on here and yeah, try to figure this out. So, how's everybody doing? I figured I'd do a second video, a second live, because the first live a lot of people missed, and aside from that, I'm still figuring this out. So I figured the best way to figure this out is to keep tinkering with it. until I figure this thing out. And you got to keep in mind, I can't see nothing. That ain't helping none. It's like Mr. Magoo driving this van, and if you've ever seen Mr. Magoo drive, then you know it's hell on wheels. Anyway, what was I going to say today? I don't quite remember what I was going to say. See, I need to start writing this shit down. Does anybody have any questions? Got 6 people on here. No? Okay. Hold up. Oh, yep. There we go. Now we're working. All right. So, like I said, when you put your questions in, put them in capital letters because it's really hard for me to see the small letters. I guess I can go down this list of people on here. Well, if I could see your names. Oh, yeah, I can see your names. So, I'm just going to say hello to everybody. Just a general hello to everybody. And, Frank here from F&T. Yep, how you doing, man? I know you on here. Yeah. Love you too. Is the weather where you're at seems warm? Okay, so the weather where I'm at. Last night it was hot. The whole night. And then this morning it got cold. And now it's warm again, but it's not as warm as it was last night. And it's been like this for like 2 weeks now. We don't really have a spring. We go straight from straight from winter to summer. So there's no like real in between. It's just one day you wake up and it's stifling hot. That should answer that question. But yeah, right now it's pretty warm out. It's should be about 80 degrees, I guess. Okay. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to read the thing. There's no good way of reading it is the problem. Nice. Who says you need a lot of money to enjoy the finer things in life? Yeah, you don't need a lot of money to enjoy the finer things in life at all. That's strange. I don't know who. That's a good question. I don't know. So anyway, nice view. Who said yes? So yeah, right now I'm sitting here in Haynes Point on the water in Virginia. I think this is Virginia. I'm not sure. I'd be lying if I said I knew. I know part of this goes into Virginia, and I don't have no inspection on my van, so I ain't trying to be seen. But yeah, it's on the water across from the airport, and like you can see the planes taking off. That's why I park on this side, so I can see the planes. And yeah, if you come to DC, you should come here. It's kind of ghetto, it's a little ghetto, but it's not like Anacostia Park, which is really ghetto. But you have a good time down here. It's like a chill spot. You can bring a grill and cook out, which is initially what I was originally going to do, but I can't seem to get nobody to cooperate and show up. So it's just me. It's just me today, and yeah. Let's see. That's cool. If your van, you can do cool cookout from your van, hot dogs and hamburgers, and put nice reclining chair and rock. Funny thing, okay, so somebody just commented and said to have a reclining chair outside and cook hamburgers and hot dogs. Well, in a second we're gonna go outside. And we're going to go around to my reclining chair, which is sitting right on the side of the van. I come prepared. Um, I mean, what is the top 3 things you do to stay positive? Okay, so somebody asked, what's the top 3 things I do to stay positive? See, that's the thing. I don't. It's how can I put this without sounding like an asshole? So I'm not. My son's mother calls me Doctor Negative because I look at everything that can possibly go wrong and plan for everything to possibly go wrong and hope for the best. That's probably why I'm positive, because I expect things to mess up, and when they don't mess up, it's great. But when they do mess up, it's like I'm prepared for it. So it's not that I'm not negative. It's just that I'm prepared for all of the wrong things to happen. Just my life has been a bunch of wrong things happening since I was born. So that's been my entire existence. So I figure if you can't get any worse, and all you can do is get better, in theory. At least that's my train of thinking. Now, some people gonna say that that's a very negative way of thinking, but I find that if I don't get my hopes up, I can't get disappointed. And if things work out, which they might, then I come out happy. So I try not to sweat the small shit, because small shit is what will fuck with you if you let it bother you. And I try not to. I've been through so much until things just don't bother me. It's kind of like my tolerance for pain. I've been shot, stabbed, electrocuted, burned up, you name it, I've probably been it. So when they do surgery and things, a lot of time they don't use anesthesia because I don't need it. It just doesn't bother me. So who else? What is your plans for the rest of the week, Brother Tom? So, the rest of the week, I don't know. I got dialysis Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I guess I'm hitting dialysis for sure. Um, I don't know. Um, I wanted to go to the beach on Tuesday, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to swing that because I got a doctor's appointment on Wednesday morning. So I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I don't ever plan my weeks because I find that when I make plans, they often get destroyed. So I have an idea of what I want to do, and if I get around to doing it, I just do it. Best thing about this life is that you don't have to. I mean, like this, you can do spontaneous. If I want to just up and go to the beach, I can just like earlier today. Initially, I was going to go to the beach over on the Eastern Shore, but traffic was bad, so I turned around and come into town. Now that I can see a little better, I can not run anybody over. um, and so I came down here because I wanted to be on the water today. Um, that's kind of how I live my life. I don't necessarily plan ahead for nothing. What happens just kind of happens. And when it happens, I handle it when whatever happens, good or bad, whatever. And let's see what else we got. Great part you live is great, and your life is great. Okay, somebody said great park and my life is great. Okay, that's what that said. Okay, thank you. And hey, and how have you been? Okay, somebody asked me how have I been. I've been pretty good so far. Um, can't complain. Things could be better. It'd be nice if I had an air conditioner right now, but I'm not complaining at all. Um, I mean, it's not. You see, I'm not sweating, so it's not that bad out here. But then I am parked under a tree on the water, so. But it's all right. I'm not complaining. Things are working in their own way. They're working. I don't know why, but it's working, and that's all that matters. I don't worry about things. I just let them happen. So that's kind of, I mean, that's with everything. Like, I don't know what's going to happen from day to day, so I just kind of make it work. I don't, one day I'll tell y'all the story of my life, my first 15 years on the earth, and you'll understand why I'm like the way I am. Who else? Question with RTR meeting. What do you enjoy most about it? Oh, the RTR. So, I have a lot of answers for that. Uh, the RTR. So, the RTR is one big, huge party in the desert. I don't really know how to describe it. Some people, I mean, like, how can I put this? It depends on what group you're in. I mean, because there's different groups and things. You know, like there's a bunch of old folk there, and then there's people that ain't so old. Actually, there's a lot of young people there too. And some of them like noise, and some of them don't. So you know, I don't necessarily prefer noise, but at the same time, I like to hang out and party. So it's like 50-50 with me. I'll stay out all night long down there. At least that's what I did the last time. And I mean, we had a really good time. But then it was the group that I was in, you know, and we all still friends to this day. Uh, but the RTR, if you ain't never been, you should definitely try to get there. Now the last RTR probably wasn't that great. I think it was 2020. It wasn't that great. Uh, but 2019, 2018, yeah, yeah, yeah. And if they do it again like that this year, it's gonna be yeah, it definitely you should go. I'm gonna be there. I'm definitely going. I don't care how it turns out. I'm gonna make the best of it regardless. But I'm definitely going. No question about it. As far as I know, PA Nomad, he says he's going too. If you're on here, I ain't waiting for you. You gonna have to come on and go. He's supposed to be going. I think. I think I got a few other buddies going too, but I'm not sure yet. I got people that want to follow me across, but the problem is I'm leaving when it starts getting cold here. I'm going south. So I'd be leaving out of Georgia or probably Georgia, um, or something, because I can't deal with the cold. The cold is not my friend. So that's the plan. And it's definitely, from what I can tell, it's happening, but I think they having a problem trying to find a place for it to happen. So as soon as I find out something, I will let y'all know something. And yeah, but for me, it's happening. You should definitely go and have that experience. It's eye opening to say the least. If you're nomadic or if you are hermetic, which is a hermit, it's like Because I'm a hermit. I tell you that now. You can kind of tell I'm a hermit because I rarely involve myself around people. But there's other like-minded people, and it's not so bad. The anxiety from being around other people ain't so bad because they have the same anxiety as you, and y'all have that in common, and that's a deep bond. That's a really deep bond. Um, and don't matter where you come from, don't matter how old you are, don't matter what color you are. For the most part, it don't matter what color you are. Everybody gets along, for the most part. I mean, you get a few assholes, but that's life. No matter where you go, you're gonna get a few assholes. And but everybody parties together, man, and it's like, I mean, I met my ex there. Yeah. Well, a lot of people meet a lot of people there, but it's something you're gonna have to experience for yourself. Everybody's experience is gonna be different. So my experience is definitely gonna be different than yours. The last time I went, I was sleeping in a pickup truck, but everybody else had a van around me, or were in a car, you know. Um, and like PA Nomad, he said he's gonna drive his car out there and sleep in a tent. And I told him the way that wind get to blowing, he gonna be in that tent. All we gonna see is some brown eggs going by and a ball of fabric rolling towards cactuses. And what the hell is that? That was PA Nomad. He's in the tent blowing away because the wind out there don't stop. The wind is very consistent, and tents do not survive. People fly away in tents. Tents become kites, and they go bye-bye. So if you go to the RTR, make sure you got something to ratchet strap your tent to, just in case you try to fly away in the middle of the night, which it'll probably happen during the day, and people will probably see it. Hopefully they can catch you before you hit a cactus, or before you try to stand up and unwrap your. Well, anyway, just if I were you, I would, yeah, just have a plan if you're going to go. Tents are not the best thing to have at the RTR unless you got a hell of a tent. All right, let's see what else I'm rambling on. Let's see. What? Oh, and by the way, I enjoyed everything about the RTR. I just started rambling on. I have a bad habit of doing that. Did you enjoy Bob Wells? Is he a real dude? Yeah, Bob Wells is a character. He's a lot of fun to be around. He, his sense of humor is very similar to mine. His way of thinking is very similar to mine. So for me, yeah, he's a real dude. Um, I enjoyed every second of being around him. He's like a breath of fresh air. I know a lot of people don't really like dude. I get that, but a lot of people don't like me either. So it is what it is. But yeah, he's cool with me. I ain't got nothing bad to say about the guy. In fact, if it wasn't for him, I can't say that I would be here. I discovered him just in time. So if anything, if you like this video, if you like me, you got him to thank for me being here, because without him, there could be no me. And without y'all, there would be no me either. But yeah, was going through some things and discovered him in the process of going through the things that I was going through. And if it wasn't for that, there's no way. There's no way. There's just no way. I wouldn't be here. I couldn't exist. So who else? Who else? Hey, Brother Tom, you have been through so much. You sound like me on making plans. God has been showing me is all right. So look, y'all, when y'all put these messages up here, y'all got to put them in capital letters so I can see them. You got to keep in mind, I still cannot see out of this eye. I mean, I can see, but it's blurry, and this eye ain't that great, especially when it comes to like small letters and things. So I'm gonna try to read this. I'm gonna try to answer it. I'm gonna try to answer all y'all's questions. I'm gonna try. We gonna attempt this. And showing me he is. Wait a minute. You sound like me making plans. God been showing me sovereign, and I better say if. Okay. Uh, who? What's your name? I think it's Marley. Yeah, yeah. Um. Okay. So this person says, "Hey, brother Tom, you have." See, I can't barely see it. You've been through so much. You sound like me on making plans. God has been showing me I can't make that out. And I better say, if Lord be willing, instead of yeah, I'd be there. Yeah, that's kind of how that works. That's good to hear. I got one of them damn cicadas in here. Son of a bitch. Okay, there's a cicada in here. Um, One hit me in the head earlier. Damn thing left a bruise. I was riding down the highway, and he come in through the window, man, and just exploded. Like if you look at the windshield in the front of the van and the whole passenger door, it's like cicada guts. I know y'all are like, what? Where did that come from? It's a cicada in here. Is it harder being a nomad now than in the 80s? Okay, so I'm guessing that this person is asking, is it harder being a nomad now that it's hot out? Uh, Not yet. When it gets 90 and 100 degrees, I'm seriously going to have to consider doing something. See, I didn't have the money to get an air conditioner this month. There's that damn thing. Here, God, I don't know one out the door. I didn't have the money to get an air conditioner or a generator this month. I had a generator, but I sold it because the brushes in the motor part were bad, and I don't have an address right now to order that sort of stuff. So it was just taking up space in the back of the van, and yeah, I'm already burning enough gas. So I went on ahead and let it go. But I need a generator and I need an air conditioner, a little 5,000 watt BTU, a 5,000 BTU air conditioner. That's 500 watts. If I can get 500 watts of solar, no, that's not right. I have to mock the alternator is what I got to do. So it's amps times watts equals volts. I don't remember. I have this down, written down. I figured out how to run an air conditioner off of solar, and it works. Bigger problem is you need a shitload of solar. Well, no, you don't really need a lot of solar. You need at least 400 watts, and you can run an air conditioner off of solar. Uh, Basically, all you're doing is mocking the alternator because a 5,000 BTU air conditioner runs on 500 watts, and I can run a 1,000 watt inverter, which I actually have a 1,500 watt inverter in here right now, but I think it's got a problem. And I know that we were running a 7,000 BTU air conditioner a couple years ago when I had my RV off of that inverter, running it off of the alternator. and the alternator is only 60 amps. So you had to have this running. I mean, you had to have the motorhome running to run the air condition, but it worked. So if I can replicate that with solar, and I should be able to replicate that, and I think the combination is watts times volts equals amps. Because all you're doing is replicating the amps that the alternator is putting out. You want to put out a little bit more if you can, and replicate that so that power inverter can run that air conditioner. And I think I come to the conclusion that it was 400 watts, but I don't remember. I got to look at my notes. But no, being a nomad in the heat, it ain't so bad. You get a fan, and even in 90-degree weather with a fan, it's fine. You're not gonna burn up in here. As you can see, it's 80 something right now. I'm sitting in here. I'm not even breaking a sweat. It doesn't get hot in here. The heat rises to the top, and then it goes to that thing right there. And that little hole in the ceiling is a fan, which is actually on right now. And it draws the air through the front windows. So there's a consistent flow of air. And it runs off the house battery. And the house battery, when it's acting right, it can last for 2 or 3 days. So it doesn't get hot. Even the day before yesterday, it's been a whole week. Or I don't know when it was, but it was 90 something degrees, and even on that day, it wasn't terribly hot. I mean, you got to park in the shade. You got to keep in mind you got a fiberglass roof, and that it absorbs some heat. But like, you got to park in the shade. That's the key thing: is parking in the shade and staying away from the flies and the mosquitoes. Speaking of which, I'm going to give y'all a tip that y'all should know. This thing. This is a repel thing, candle thing. This thing, yeah. You want to get one of these. Why do you want to get one of these? Because, so what I do is at night when I'm in an area where the mosquitoes are bad, I will light that candle and open all the windows, and not a mosquito will come in. And most flying objects won't come in at all. As long as that thing is lit, yeah, you won't have that problem. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. All the years I've been doing this, and I was just in Walmart one day and I saw that and I said, I wonder if I can stick that in the van and light it. And sure enough, and it smells good. I went and experimented with it. Went over to my old neighborhood where the mosquitoes are really bad, and stayed out there all afternoon in the field with the candle burning. Now the mosquito came in. And when I got out the van, I got ate up. But before that, now the mosquito came in. So that's something you want to do for mosquito repellent. Flies, I don't know why lately. Let me knock on wood before I say this, because ain't been no flies luckily, but I have had ants. And I'm still trying to figure out what to do about the ants. Now, I don't know where they've gone, because I don't see them anymore. But I know they're here. So the other day I went and picked up my sister, and she was in the passenger seat, and she was like, "There's ants all over the side of the van." I don't know, but I know they're here somewhere. I just haven't seen them lately. Makes you get that weird itching feeling. All right, let me stop rambling. Is it harder? Let's see. So, would you rather be hot instead of cold? I like it cold. I don't want to be hot or cold. I want to be right there in the middle. Today ain't so bad. I would say hot because I can always get naked. And I'm good for getting naked. But seriously, I mean, it is what it is. If it's hot, you can take off layers. Well, until you can't take them off no more, I guess. I mean, if you're in the desert and it's 120 degrees outside, I mean, you're not going to escape that, no matter what you do. But then if you're in Antarctica and it's 30 below, you're not going to escape that either. So, damn if you do, damn if you don't. But I like it right in the middle. I like that between 60 and 80. Yeah, that's my ideal temperature because I cannot handle the cold. I'm not a cold person. When the cold comes, I go where it's not cold. So let's see. Okay, I'm still trying to figure all of these things out. I got people walking by looking at my van, wondering who the hell I'm talking to. They probably like, he's talking to herself. I'll stay away from him. It's crazy. Um, no, nobody can see your comments. I don't think anybody can see your comments. Not sure anybody. I don't know how to see. I'm still trying to figure out if how this works. You headed back to Indiana. Hell no. I mean, so somebody just asked if I'm headed back to Indiana. Nope. 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 That's one of the few places that I will never stop again. Now I might pass through there, but don't count on me stopping. I'm. It'll be just that, passing through, and I'll have a full tank of gas before I get to the state, and hopefully I won't run out until I'm past the state. No, me and Indiana don't like each other. In fact, me and Indiana despise each other. No, there won't be no more Indiana. Um. Oh lordy, no. Um. Meant to say, you always tell someone you love them instead of spewing hate. Oh yeah. Well, I don't believe in spewing hate unless it's necessary. Because as fucked up as it is, there's a such thing as necessary hatred. Sometimes, sometimes it's necessary, but at the same time, you can do more with love than you will ever be able to do with hate. Period. Period. It don't matter. It don't matter what you do in life. You'll conquer more with love than you will with hate, and that's just the way it is. I mean, that's the way life works. It's kind of like, y'all ain't gonna like this analogy, but it's kind of like a pimp. A pimp that beats his women ain't gonna have his women long. A pimp that treats his women good is gonna have them for a long time, and they ain't gonna rip you off. It's kind of like it's kind of like you catch more flies with sugar than you do with salt. You know, which is probably why the flies like me so much, because I'm so sweet until I'm diabetic. Anyway, so and we will move move on to the next question. Um, I'm late to the party. Yeah, a little bit, but it's okay. Hey, PA, how you doing? He's not here. PA Nomad is not with me currently. I think he's on his way to Nebraska or something. No, not Nebraska. North Dakota. He's going to North Dakota. I, I, I don't know. And then he's going to Texas or Oklahoma. I'm gonna, maybe not the next video, but the video after next. Well, we'll just see what happens. And I say that for a bunch of reasons. It, yeah, we'll just, if I don't know if he's on here or not, but if he's on here, I'm about to tease him real bad in the next couple of videos. But who's next here? I'm doing. Oh, so y'all can see each other's messages. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So you are on here. So yeah, make sure you make it back from Texas. And you know what I'm talking about. Um, Social anxiety club, good because they get you, what? Because they get, you can be my best friend, but I might see you once a year, text you once a month, lol. Right, exactly. So somebody said social anxiety club, good because they get you, you can see, they get you. You can be my best friend, but I might only see you once a year or text you once a month. Yeah, basically, that's how that kind of works, the RTR. And who else? You ever think about getting a dog? I could see you with a traveling pit bull. Well, so I haven't done a video on my dogs. I don't have one now. Uh, the last dog I had, uh, maybe I'll just do a video on it. Davis was his name. His name was David Dog. And Davis was a big, he was a giant snuggler. Some of y'all don't know what a giant snuggler is, but basically a giant snuggler is a lab looking dog, but the hair on the bottom doesn't shed, and the hair on the top does. And he had green eyes and a purple nose. And he was so cute and adorable, and he used to give the best hugs that you could imagine. He was huge. He was giant. I mean, he was twice the size of a lab. Uh, but he was just the friendliest person. I call him a person because if you looked in his eyes, it was almost like looking in another person's eyes, you know. And he understood me, and I could talk to him. I know this all sounds crazy. This nigga talking to a damn dog. Yeah, I would talk to him like he was people, and he would get me. Um, I had him taught so back in my drinking days, I could get him to go to the refrigerator and open it up and bring me my gin. And I mean, like, he was extremely smart. Um, and we used to travel together. I had a truck camp at the time, and we used to go all over the place together. Um, my buddy down the road, down in Spotsylvania, down out in Virginia, he gave him to me, and the dog knew that he was going to be my dog before I knew he was going to be my dog. Also, there was Buddy. Um, Buddy Puppy, I found him. He was out in like 10-degree weather one night, and I was about, I don't know, I must have been about 18 years old, 19 years old, and 10-degree weather. And I picked him up, put him in my coat, put him in the car, and I went over to my mother's house, and I left him there. Well, in time, things happened, and Buddy got old and he got sick. So basically, my mother had to move, and I ended up with Buddy again. And at this point, I was 29, pushing 30 maybe. And good Lord, he was flying. Man, no business going that fast. And so, uh, Buddy ended up rolling with me, and I brought him back to health from almost being dead. I'm good for that. I'm really good for that. I don't know. I have a green thumb when it comes to animals and bringing them back to life. But so I brought him back to life, and he had a really bad ear infection, and it got to his brain, and he was slowly dying. And um, I have really like, so the problem with me getting a dog is that I'm afraid of him dying. Um, when I'm attached to something, I'm attached. And That's probably one of the reasons I go through cars the way I do, because I don't want to get attached. My first car got stolen and I never got over it. Same thing goes for women, same thing goes for dogs, same thing goes for whatever. The things I build, so I try not to get attached to nothing because I'm going to end up hurt. And I don't like hurt. So I haven't gotten a dog yet. And I ain't saying that I won't get a dog. I'm just saying, because honestly, a dog improves your life, period. Having a dog will make your life better. But I, I don't know. I'm It's like if I go to the pound and I try to get a dog or something, I'm gonna try to take them all home with me because I can't stand going in there and they're all miserable like that. I just that fucks with me something awful. So I don't even talk about it much. Which is probably why I haven't done a video on my dogs. Probably why I haven't done any real good videos about my first car or nothing like that. Because the attachment was pretty deep. Pretty deep. So as far as getting a dog, eventually, probably, but I'll probably get a girlfriend first. Which, if I had a choice between a girlfriend and a dog, I had to think about it. No, no, I'm just playing. I think I'm just playing. I don't know. Depends. Can the girlfriend sit? No, 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 no. Anyway, you ever think about getting a dog? Okay. Hi, everyone in the audience. Can anyone see my comments? Yes. Okay, so yes, the comments can be seen in the thing somehow. I didn't know they could be seen. I'm still all new to this. And if you want to make a comment, make sure you put it in capital letters so I can see it because I can barely see lowercase. I O spiritual pepper. Huh? I see spiritual pepper. Bob Wells, normal nomad Santa. Yeah. Funny thing about that. So when I went to the RTR, my son was like, "Where are you going? Why are you doing all of this to this truck?" Because I was like, I changed the timing belt. I did a bunch of stuff to that Ranger. And so he was like, "Where you going?" I was like, "I'm going to the desert to see Santa Claus." He was like, "You ain't going to no damn desert to see no damn Santa Claus." And sure enough, when he saw the video of me and Bob Wells, it's like, "You went to the desert and you saw Santa Claus." Yeah, I did that. I did that. Thanks. Thank you, PA Nomad. And I put two comments, but Tom has not seen them or read them. Yeah, I haven't seen your comments. Who are you? Spiritual proprietor. Yeah, I haven't seen them yet. I mean, it goes. There's a lot of comments, so bear with me. Um, if I don't, if I don't reply to your comment, don't be afraid to redo it, cause it's like I said, my vision ain't what it should be. Does Brother Tom hate doctor? Questions. Fucking son of a bitch. Okay, bear with me. Cicada alert. Where'd he go? Okay, he's on my knee. Let's take him outside. All right, no more cicadas. I screamed like a little bitch, didn't I? All right, so are we still on? Yeah. Okay. So, where was I? Does Brother Tom hate doctor appointments or mosquitoes more? I don't know. They're both pretty annoying. Yeah, they're both pretty annoying. Uh, I would say mosquitoes. I probably hate mosquitoes more than I hate doctor's appointments. I mean, at least at the doctor's appointments, I don't get bit. Although I do come out itching sometimes. No, definitely mosquitoes. Second to that would be flies. Third to that would be bees. But bees don't tend to bother me as much as mosquitoes and flies. How? Not bad. Where are you? Where you're at? It is hell in Arizona. Oh yeah, I know it's hot in Arizona. You ain't got to tell me that. Somebody just commented and said it's hot as hell in Arizona. Yeah, yeah, I believe it. That's why I'm not there. I'm in DC. What would what is the total cost per month for your van living? Altogether per month, uh, probably I say about $400 altogether. Like really, I mean, yeah, altogether. I mean, if you include the phone bill and the car insurance and my storage and I think that's it. That's an extra $150. But I mean, it's bad on gas. Honestly, this thing is awful on gas. It's got an engine problem, and I think this engine is fairly tired, but it's still running all right. It's just the engine is. I'm not saying it's on its last leg because these Fords run like that forever. They'll just keep on going, but it's definitely seen better days. I might have to pull this engine apart actually in the near future and see if I got a bad valve tapping. It's a very good possibility I might be putting the engine in here soon. Um, Especially the way that it's burning gas. I'm getting 8 miles to the gallon, maybe. But yeah, about $400 a month is what I spend altogether. I've gotten myself down to about $20 a day, and I don't always spend that $20. So by the weekend, time the weekend comes around, I got money left over, and yeah, that's about right. About $400. Then you figure about $100 a week. Um, Unless I go and hang out like I'm doing now, in which case I had to put like $20 in the gas tank just to get out here and get back. Um, then the price increases a little bit. Then it's more like $500 a month. I mean, just depends on what I'm doing. If I'm hanging out with my son, it definitely goes up just because of the gas mileage. But even at $500 a month versus what, $2,000 a month. That's how much an apartment here costs in the ghetto with roaches. So yeah, and so that's my train of thing. And I mean, in all reality, it doesn't have to be that much, but I say that I live upper middle class in my van. Um, it's like I could live poorly in an apartment, or I could live upper middle class in my van. And the lifestyle allows me to be able to do things that upper middle class people do. Um, Now, that won't be the same for everybody. So don't expect that result. But if you're collecting a check, or if you got a solid income coming in, and I mean, it don't really have to be a lot, you're probably going to live fairly well in a van versus being in sticks and bricks. Which is why I've been doing it so many years. I mean, it's been on and off. There's been times where I've been in sticks and bricks, but I can't do sticks and bricks. And my anxiety builds up in that place, and it's like the walls are closing in, and it's like, even though it's small in here, the walls are not closing in. The door is open, I can breathe. In a house, I cannot breathe. Yeah, there's been a few times I've been in the hospital just from being in the house. So, no, I can't, Van life is cheaper. It's cheaper and it's easier and it's less stress. You ain't got to worry about losing everything if you lose everything. If that makes sense. Gas and food and other costs. Well, gas, like I said before, I get 8 miles to the gallon. I was getting 10. Now I'm getting 8. I think I might have a bad valve, so I'm going to have to pull the left head off and see if the valve is bad or if that clicking noise is something more simple. Hopefully it's something simple, like a spark plug wire that will make that same clicking noise if it's up against some metal or something. Hopefully it's not a valve, because if this thing drops a valve, I'm screwed. But I mean, it ain't no problem for me to put new valves in here either. I mean, despite the fact that I'm in this thing, I still have most of my machining tools, so I can go pull this whole engine apart and machine what I need to machine, and yeah, I can make some out of it, you know. But as my son says, it'd be sounding like one of the cars that sound like popcorn at the racetrack. I'm good for that. I drag race. It is 351. I be done built it. But I think I'm almost sure it's got a bad valve. And then on top of that, it's got low oil pressure. So I spend in gas per week about, how much does it take to fill this up? Per week, it takes about $100 to fill this up. Lately, because over here we had a gas shortage and the price of gas skyrocketed on me. So it takes about $100 to fill this up. The back tank has a leak, and I only fill that one about halfway up. And yeah, that lasts me for about a week. The front tank is 17 gallons. The back tank is 22 gallons, 23 gallons. And I only put like 10 gallons in there. So food, as far as food goes, I am on canned food. Most of the time I'm eating canned fruit. And when I'm not eating canned fruit, I am eating places that don't cost anything much. Like, you can go to Bob Evans and you can get a chopped steak, mashed potatoes and gravy, and another side, and banana bread, and a drink for $8.48. Whereas if you go to McDonald's and get a hamburger and french fries, it's going to cost you $8. That's just stupid. Why the hell am I going to go to McDonald's? They ain't got a dollar menu, they charging all kind of crazy. Nah. So I make the best of whatever money I got. Like right now, I'm dead broke. And I have no choice but to be dead broke because I don't have my bank card, because I don't have an address for them to mail it to. So until I figure that out, I've got a problem. But I have a bunch of canned fruit, so I'm good for the moment. But like, even the trips to the grocery store, which I hate going to, they only cost me 20 bucks. 20 bucks will last me probably 2 days, maybe 3 days. I can stretch it 4 days, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I can stretch 20 bucks for 4 days. So every little bit helps. I guess you could say every little bit counts. As far as the van goes, I need tires. I mean, it needs little things, but I buy them one at a time, or as soon, whenever I make the money to get what I need, then I get what I need, and I don't miss any money. So it doesn't cost a lot. The cost of gas and the cost of food, I never miss it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I never miss it. It's not something that, I mean, it's a necessity. So it's not like I'm eating out every day and, like spending a bunch of money in fast food or something like that. I mean, at this point, the grocery stores around here are ridiculously high. So I'm just rambling on. Let me stop rambling. Um, More love than hate. Amen. Yeah, more love than hate. Yeah. Hello from Canada. Hey, Canada. Yeah, I know you here, PA Nomad. I know you there. Uh, RV or van? RV. Uh, but not just any RV. If I had the choice between an RV and a van, I would have a trans van from late 70s, early 80s. Yeah. Dodge Trans Van. That's what my ideal RV is. 78, 79, maybe even 77. Dodge Trans Van with the 360 in the bathroom with the shower. Now, if y'all don't know what Dodge Trans Van is, it's a van, but it's kind of like an RV at the same time. Google it. Google it. Dodge Trans Van. It's the coolest thing you can buy as far as a van is concerned. It's the original wide body van. And they're cool as hell. I almost had one, but it had too much mold in it for me to mess with it. But if I had a choice, it'd be a Dodge Trans Van. In fact, I would trade this for a Dodge Trans Van if anybody knows anybody with one. I would trade this for a Dodge Trans Van. Um, Definitely high up there on my list. But as far as a regular RV, you get back in the backcountry and they like to fall apart at the seams. Yeah, so be careful with that. The old ones from the 70s, if they're in decent shape, you ain't got to worry about that because they're very well built. They're strong. They are stronger than hell. But the ones like from the 80s on, the build quality just wasn't that great. You won't see me with a newer RV unless it's like new, like in the past 10 or 15 years or something like that. But like most of them are junk. They made an RV toward the late 70s and the early 80s called the Champion. Mostly on a Dodge chassis, and it's got a roll cage around it. If you get a chance to get one of them, that's what you should get. Because even if you take it on the back roads and things, you ain't got to worry about it falling apart. They don't bust at the seams because it's got a metal roll cage around the thing. Champion motorhome, the Glasstron motorhome. I had a Glasstron. Good luck finding one. I found one in Ohio. I was thinking about buying it. That's something that if you get the chance to own one, that's definitely. Other than that, I mean, there's a few more out there. Lachero makes pretty good RVs. The problem with those is the engine and transmission. You can't get parts for them. A lot of people swap Chrysler engines into them, little Chrysler front-wheel drive engines. I thought about getting a Lachero. It's probably not a bad idea. I think I might eventually, but nah. Dodge Explorer, that's another one. It's a camper van, but definitely worth a look. You can stand up in it, and it's got a drop floor. Hey, it's got a drop floor instead of having a raised roof. Google it. All right, I'm trying not to ramble on and make this video hella long. Not crazy at all. They understand us. I talk to my cats. Oh yeah, they understand us. The animals. Let's see. How is that mini-me of yours? Love the go-kart video. So, Fat Man is doing good. In fact, he's probably watching this video. So if y'all want to say hey to Fat Man, go ahead and say hey to Fat Man because I'm pretty sure he's watching this. Yeah, he's doing good. He's getting huge, man. He's gonna be 7 feet tall, man. He's 7 feet tall. His waist size is almost as big as mine. And I know I look small, but I'm not small. I wear a 34 waist. The boy wears a 32 waist, and he's 11. Yeah, the boy is going to be huge. But yeah, he's doing good. I was gonna go hang out with him today, but when I called earlier, oh, well, anyway, I might tomorrow. All right, what else? How's let's see. This is age when you come into. This is Ace. Hey Ace, what's going on, man? L.A. I'm coming to L.A. It'll be in the wintertime. It'll probably be after the RTR. I got to go out to L.A. I don't know if I told the story about Tiny, who somebody was very close to me. She died. She killed herself, and she's buried out there or something. And so I don't know if she's buried out there or I have a lot to figure out. But I got to go there for business, believe it or not, and dealing with her. So that's got to happen. So I'll be in LA. It's just gonna be after the RTR. All right, call me later. Amen. Yes, having a dog definitely improves your life. Yes, it does. Get a dog. Girlfriends don't mind. uh, what up, bro, Tom? I'm living off about 500 a month. Where where I'm at, no car though, just a simple moped. Yeah, man. So this guy says he lives off $500 a month with a moped. Yeah, I tried that before. I don't know if I told y'all the moped story, but I was a nomad on the moped and it didn't go well. It's a hell of a story. Um, I lost. It, Shit went everywhere. In fact, I might have did a video. If you go back and look, it, I might have done a video about that. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to do another video on the moped story. Um, yeah, $500 a month on a moped. That's not bad. I think when I had my moped, I was doing about the same as I do now. I mean, I was going out a lot more at the time. I was a lot younger at the time too. All right, who else? Now I'm going to Bob Evans to get a chopstick. Yeah. Hey, fat man, love you, brother. Say hey to your dad for me, chick. You need to be in Miami. Funny you said that. Warm weather and bikini. Amazing weather. Yeah, Miami. So I thought about doing something like that. I need to go to Savannah, Georgia for two different reasons. And so I'm thinking that after I hit Savannah, I might head to Florida. But once again, it won't be until it gets cold out. Because right now it's stifling hot. Not only is it stifling hot, but it's also humid, and I don't like the humidity either. So, I guess this is the part of the video now that I have talked y'all to death, where I'm going back outside to get my lawn chair, or maybe to go sit in my lawn chair. Do I want to take something to eat out there? Man, I should cook me something. I'm hungry. All right, hold on. Let me give me 1 second. I gotta go outside and I will show y'all the scenery when I get outside. See, I was been in here so I could read y'all's comments and things. So hold on. Okay. I guess I can leave that. Oh, I better move that. Oh shit! Son of a bitch. Okay, cicadas. Alright. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Get out of the van here. Alright. Close the door. Shut it good. Oh Lord, the sun come out. We're gonna try to move over into shaking. Alright. So this is where I'm at. There's the van. There's me. Van again. Okay, so anyway, y'all, I'm gonna jump off of here. Probably take me a nap in my sitting chair. And I think that's about it. So if you like the video, like and subscribe. If you don't like the video, like and subscribe anyway. And make sure, for God's sakes, make sure that you tell somebody that it's hot outside and that you love them. Because if you don't tell them you love them, you might not get a chance to later. Oh, look at this. The water's coming up over the thing. High tide. High tide. Ain't that nothing? They say this island is sinking. And it probably is. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Let's see. I gotta figure out how to cut this thing off. Oh, wait a minute. Take care, Brother Tom. Love you, man. I love you too. Been fun kicking it with you. Been fun kicking it with y'all too. I'll see y'all later. If I can figure out how to cut this thing off. I cannot figure out how to cut this thing off. I wonder how this works. Oh, what the hell? Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't do that. Nope. Chat, live chat. No. I don't want to do that. I don't know what the hell is going on with this thing. Okay, what are we going to do? We're going to keep it simple. Oh, maybe it's this